Hey everybody, it's Lindy Tate from Taterbuggin. How are you doing? I have missed being here with you, and I'm ready to do some painting and just generally have a great afternoon together. Let me get everything going down here as y'all come on in. If you're watching on replay, I'd love for you to comment #replay so I know you were here. If you're new to our page, please let us know so we can welcome you properly and say hello. Hello, Melissa. How are you? Hey, Cindy and Betty, Nelda. Yeah, we're going to paint today. Hey, Wanda and Jerry. Y'all come on in. Hey, Vicky. There's Carol. I forgot. I've got to pop this link right down in here and pin that. Hey, Tony and Marjorie. There's Brenda. We have been... Y'all, I'm going to tell you, if you have not signed up for the art journaling journey yet, what are you waiting for? Because we are having fun already. 2 videos today. Hey, Ruby. Hey, Bunky and Julie. Love the distinctly different earring. Oh, let's talk about those, shall we? We're going to do that. Hey, Jen. Hey, Vicky. Linda, Terry. Oh, good, Terry. I'm so glad. Hey, Grace. Thank you. Y'all, these are why do I keep doing her old business? Love and Life Jewelry, my brand new pair. Okay, let me hold my hand up behind him. She knows I love asymmetrical. This kind of messes with Mr. Taterbuggin's head because he's very, symmetrical. But I love it when she does earrings that don't entirely match. They do, but they don't. So these are my newest pair. I've got one of her necklaces on, and look, I have a matching leather bracelet that goes with my earrings, right along with my Not My First Rodeo t-shirt from Belle Lily and my flannel from Belle Lily. We're all set today. I'm feeling the Western vibe, feeling the Yellowstone vibe a little bit. Thank you. I love them. I wore a pair yesterday that weren't made by her, which I rarely do, and they were pretty uncomfortable. And I thought, I am so spoiled. Her earrings are never heavy or uncomfortable. I forget I have them on. Yeah, because these are one of a kind. That's what you get when you order from Love and Life Jewelry. And she is, thanks, Betty. There she is. Hey, Trish. Oh, I love them so much. Yeah, Trish is here, y'all. And happy Tuesday, Leanne. Hey, Denise. She is hard at work, getting her inventory together, because this Sunday, we're having the big group live. It's going to be great. We're going to have so much fun. It's going to be a party. Oh, thank you, Tanya. You're so sweet. Thank you. In the art journaling class, it's not a class, it's a group. And I'm not teaching, I'm just guiding and leading. And I've already done 2 videos in there today. So much fun. Everybody's excited. So if you haven't heard about that, I posted about it yesterday. It's in my online shop. We're already having fun. Hey, Michelle. Thank you, Hope. Belle Lily. It's in the, it's pinned in the comments. But I got to go fast because I have things to tell y'all. Okay, first of all, Kansas. Brenda Ayers from Kansas. And y'all, I posted this morning. Thank you, Cindy. And be sure to drop Trisha's link to Love and Life Jewelry, because she's got so many pretty things, all different kinds. You're going to love them. Oh, thank you, Penny. I'll tell you. Kansas. Lots of sweet tater bugs from Kansas. Excuse me, that I'm drinking my afternoon coffee. So that was fun. What will be your schedule for the group? I don't have a schedule there. I'll do pre-records, I'll do lives, and I don't ever know when I'm going to do them. Today I chose to do them live so that, because if I pre-record, I've got to do that. I've got to edit it, then upload it. I thought, you know what? I'm going to just get them in there because we're all excited. Hey, Bev. Marsha's from Kansas. Yeah, this is a really cool cup. I kind of had to arm wrestle Mr. Taterbuggin for that one this morning. He's loving that. It's kind of got that same vibe that, you know, it fits perfect with this vibe. So there's not going to be a schedule other than every Friday I will share a prompt to kind of get your creative ideas going in that group. So we'll be doing that. Thanks, Penny. And Penny asked about my stepdad. You're so sweet. He's doing okay. Not as good as he was for a while, but we have 2 doctor's appointments, one Thursday and one Friday. And so hopefully we're going to get some more answers then. So, yeah, please continue to remember him in your prayers, and my mama too. So thank you, Judy, for the stars. You're so sweet. Hey, Jennifer. I'd be happy to, Leanne. Sure. I will do that. Or message, will you message and remind me, because you know my brain. Hey, Carrie. I know, we're excited. I was just telling everybody about how excited we are about the whole group. So we're gonna paint. I've got to show y'all. Do you remember when I did the bird blocks on these cute little 3-inch square wood blocks? I had several people after that ask if we would put a set of 6 of these in the shop for y'all to craft with. If you're wondering what I did with them, no, Marsha, they have not. And when I get there Friday, if it hasn't started, I may be short, but I'm tough when I have to be for my loved one. So he's gonna get some home health, or I'm gonna die trying. Thank you, Opa. Thank you so much. Back to these. Several wanted these. If you didn't see what I did with them, look back in the replays or on YouTube. We made different little bird blocks, all different ways. So these are the sets of 6 of these are going in the shop tonight. I wanted to let you know that. Then, so y'all know about my wood block prints, right? Because they're already in the shop. This is just one example of them. And these went over really well during our live Saturday, all the different kinds of blocks. Well, Moidle had a brilliant idea afterwards. She said, these are perfect for shelf sitters. And yes, they'll fit on a tiered tray, but they're kind of bulky for a tiered tray. She said, why don't you make a smaller version that would fit more on a tiered tray? Would you look at that? I mean, come on. I can't even take it. So we're going to be doing our woodblock prints in tiered tray. How many times am I going to say it? Size for you. Oh, Carol, you're so sweet. You do all the time, Moidle. I didn't know you had snuck in here. I want to be a part of it. I'm not that good. Carol, you don't have to be good. I didn't know how to do anything when I started art journaling several years ago. It's a whole private journey if you want it to be, or we can share in the group. But please don't think you need any sort of talent. And I know you have it, but it's just gonna be fun. There are no rules. So let me show you. There's this one. I got a few made up to show you. Look at the little bitty nest. Moidle, look at it. Do you see how cute? And we've got the bunny bottom. Not my pig, not my farm. After what we went through to get my dad the care he needed, I've learned that we unfortunately have to somehow, yeah, I was guessing that. Look at that little hedgehog. So we have all of these in the big size, the 5.5-inch size, but now we have them in tiered tray size. Yes, no rules at all. I think I missed a price for the 6 blanks are going to be $16. That includes shipping. So, Tammy, I can put these, I'll probably put some of these at Southern Vintage too, yes. These, if you order these from our online shop, they'll be $10 each, or if you order, you can do 5 for $40, and that includes shipping on all those. So, but let me just show you real quick. Look how cute. Can y'all see me? Okay. Look, on a tiered tray. How cute. I'm dying. They're the perfect size. Moidle, that was a great idea. And by the way, while I'm over here, for everybody who guessed, what did I buy in the Target dollar spot yesterday? I bought these, and they look like paper mache or wood, but they're, I think they're resin. But I just couldn't resist these little cuties, little bunnies for my spring tiered tray. There we go. Okay, that's all of that. Now we're gonna paint. Y'all ready to paint? Shelf sitters, yes, we love our tiered tray pieces, and I've got these little, oh, I squealed yesterday when we started making these little bitties. Oh my goodness, it's so much fun. How can we buy those mini prints? Martina, I'm gonna put the, hey Amanda, I'm gonna put the little minis, I'm going to start loading them into our online shop tonight. I've got 5 made. Get them made in this size. I'll add them to the shop. But anything that you see in our shop that's a woodblock print can come, that's a 5.5 woodblock print, can come in this size as well. These are wood, and they stand up on their own. Oh, thank you, Cindy. Yeah. Hey, Mary Jo. Did you, Deborah? Oh, good. Okay, I was just about to comment to y'all. I was trying to reconnect. I'm sorry about that. Okay. Yeah, I froze. I'm so sorry. Hopefully once we get going painting, it'll even out. I know, Lori, it makes me so mad. Let me let it settle down here a minute, and then I'm going to point you down, and we're going to start our bunny. It's going to be a really simple bunny for spring. I got the inspiration picture from Pinterest, so we're going to kind of use that as our guide. The shelf sitter this size is going to be $10 free shipping each on these. If you want to order 5 at once, that'll be $40 with free shipping. If you want the little pig in this size, which I don't have one of those right here, but in the 5.5 like shelf sitter size, those are $18 free shipping in our online shop. In the shop to purchase this, just the paper. I'll see if I can work on that, Marjorie. I've never done that before. Cheryl, to join the group, go to taterbuggin.myshopify.com, click art classes, and scroll through until you find the art journaling journey. It'll get you through the whole process. You have trouble finding me on Pinterest, Tanya? Cindy, Betty, what do y'all think about that? That's a hard one for me. I'm not as versed in how to share my Pinterest as well as I am the other things. Okay, let's get us started down here, and I'll still be able to see your comments, so please keep commenting and let me know any questions you have. Okay, so what we need to do here, let me see if I can remember. It's been a while since I did this. We're going to turn me upside down. This way you can watch what I'm doing right here. Okay. Repeat what I said about the shop tonight. I'm going to have, thank you, Jennifer, their Love and Life jewelry, and I love them. We're going to have the blanks tonight, Carrie. 6 of these in a set that y'all can craft with. those are going in the shop like I did the bird blocks. And then we're starting to make mini wood block prints that'll fit on the tiered tray. So I've got to start working on that. This is actually a black canvas panel. I just pulled it from, I've got a shelf of different surfaces and canvases, and I decided to do this one. Hey, Penny. Used to journal, although I'm not artistic. You don't need to be artistic or crafty, but creative, it will help. Post a screenshot of your Pinterest page. Okay, thanks, Lori. That's a good idea. Or Cindy and Betty, if y'all want to do that, however. Hey, Gail. Oh, Gail was so sweet. She found a picture of two pictures from her daughter's wedding, and I was one of her daughter's bridesmaids. That took me way back to January of 1986. It was so fun. Okay, so all I've got is some white chalk. That's all you need. I use chalk because it's erasable, because when I sketch, I'm going to probably erase a lot, because that's what we do. So I'm just going to start out, like I said, I am about halfway through here. I'm going to do kind of an oval like that. I might fatten it up a little bit like that. We're going to do a couple of ears, big bunny ears. I mean, that's about as easy as it gets, right? This is going to be so simple, y'all. Oh, Phoebe, you're welcome. I'm enjoying it so much already. I can't tell you how excited I am about. No, I don't think you'd want to, Lori, on with watercolor. I only do this with my acrylics. And this ear kind of got out of hand, but that's okay. Okay, let me get my white paint out. I should have gotten a paper plate. Wait. It's on the, okay, got my palette. I had it on the table. Let me scooch some stuff over here. You loved painting bunnies last year, Becky? I love painting bunnies. Really do. Let's see, let's go for my sad looking, no, let's use this one. Filbert brush. It's about time, I think, to replace these. I never spend a whole lot on brushes because I'm hard on them. No, I'm not, Marjorie. I am a righty, but it's backwards on here now that I've flipped you, I believe. I am right-handed. Lori, this is just one of those Dollar Tree palettes. It's parchment paper or wax paper or something like that. What was it? Opa, are you here? What was it you said it was? This is just my first coat on black, so I'm not worried about making it all perfect. We just want an oval. I hope we can make this just the cute little spring happy. Still can't find those pellets at Dollar. I found them that one time, and they don't, they don't show up very often there. Of course, I have not been to the Dollar Tree, y'all, and I don't know how long now. Hey, Cusey, I'm so glad. How are you doing? So are many of you going to be able to watch Sunday when all of us are going to be live here at my house? I'm excited about it. Yeah, and you know what? You can take a, regular canvas and prep it, paint it black. That's fine. But when I find them at a good price, I just add them to my stash. That way, on days like today when I'm not sure what I'm going to do live, or on the days when I start to paint, I can just go over to my shelf that has all my surfaces on it and just choose whatever I decide I feel like that day. options. But you could paint this, you know, on a piece of cardboard if you wanted to. Kind of got a glop right there. That ear's getting bigger and bigger, isn't it? It's all right. I can make this one bigger. And because there's black underneath, I'm going to probably give this a couple of coats. Chris will cook something yummy. I wonder if he will. Yes, it's Mr. Taterbuggin's going to be at the cabin. So maybe Chris will cook for us. Or afterwards. Yeah, I thought that, you know, it'll just pop right off of here on a black canvas. And when you think about spring, you don't think, oh, well, let me paint that on a black canvas. But I think this will be cute. All right, let me hit this. Let me see if my heat gun will reach over here. Oh, did you, Jody? You hadn't posted it yet, have you? Hey, Ellen. Oh, going to check me for blood. Oh, Janice, bless your heart. I so hope you'll be able to be there. Hey, Ellen. Did I say hey already? Parchment paper. Thank you, Opa. And all I know is when it dries, when your acrylics dry on this, you can just peel them right off and keep reusing those pages over and over. Give it a quick second coat of white. Just lightly go over it. And I'm not going to worry about, you know, getting outside my lines or anything, and y'all will see why. We're going to embellish this. It doesn't have to be a perfect bunny. It just has to be fun. Okay. Bo is doing good, Regina. Thank you. He's kind of high maintenance now, but we surely don't mind. He has a special diet, medications every day, B12 shot every Saturday here at home. And he's doing good right now. We're gonna keep it that way, hopefully. It was beautiful there, Lindy. Oh, I'm so glad. We've had a couple of really pretty days here too. Jane, I'm painting this on a black canvas panel. It's just been in my stash for quite some time. I imagine I got it at either Michael's or Hobby Lobby. Could probably get these at Walmart. I'm not certain. But I like them. This bunny's gonna really pop on here. Okay, while that's still wet, let's take a little bit of this Morning Mist from Americana. And we're just gonna give this bunny a little depth around the edges. I want to use a smaller filbert brush right here. Just a little bit of this. This gray, this Morning Mist, tends to have a little hint of like lavender in it to me. Hey, Rula. Oh, congratulations to Gail, 2 new great grandbabies. Wow, congratulations. That's fantastic. Hey, Carly. I'm just kind of roughly outlining this bunny. And I'll show you what I usually do if you've taken my classes. Then I'm going to go back into the white and go back over this. Kind of just gives it a little depth, a little shadow without any stark lines. Thank you, Lana, for tossing the taters. LaDonna, I'm telling you, and the prices are so good. I'm glad you found some things you like. Okay, so we got our little gray outline. You can go back and forth as much as you want to till it looks the way you want it to. Okay, now I'm gonna get, let me think. I think I'm gonna do this poodle skirt pink. Okay, let's get out that little filbert brush again. Hey, Norma. How are you doing, sweet friend? Let's grab a little of that pink and just kind of do some inside the ears here. You see how this is just a no worry kind of painting, but we're just going to have so much fun with it. I told y'all that I'm going to be painting with y'all more live. Still gonna be crafting too, but I've got to get some paintings done to put in some of the location. Lynn, hey, how are you doing? I have not seen you in forever. I hope you're doing well. Simple little pink inside the ears. Oh, Cheryl, I am so sorry. I am so sorry to hear that. Bless your heart. That's awful. We could, you know what? I'm not going to do that just yet. I'm going to get out a detail brush. We're just going to use this one. And some black paint. Oh, okay. Cindy, I hope you saw that. Hey, Carol. That's good to know, Judy. That is good to know. Thank you. That's all right, Sharon. As long as you're here, that is okay. We're going to put a couple little eyes. We're going to just do, like I said, we're keeping this so simple. An eye. I'll try to make them kind of the same size, Lindy. Okay. And just a little, let's do just a little V. Kind of like that. Okay. Oh, thank you, Betty. Okay, so we got our little basic bunny, right? See how I'm leaving these chalk lines? Once it's all good and dry, I can just erase those. And I might, I think I'm going to try putting a little bit of this coral. Let me see what the exact color is. Fire coral. I'm going to play with that in the ears too. Lynn, I still have my lettering class from last year that's still up and running, and I'm going to be adding to that soon too. I want to get back in there and add some more information, any tips and tricks in there. So yeah, it's ongoing, just like all my other classes. the art journaling classes kind of be like that, where it just is always available. We can always add to it. We're always playing in there. It's more like groups than classes. I'm just kind of like a leader instead of a real teacher on those. Do you see how that, just adding that little bit of coral, made those ears pop like that? I like that. Okay, now let's play with some spring flowers. So I pulled some colors. Let's see, I've got, look how fun and springy these are. This is Sweet Mint. I love this one. This is Sunny Day by Apple Barrel. This is Pink Seashell by Ceramcoat. I've even got, we might play with this Spring Green by Anita's. Andrea, well, I'm getting my paints out, I'll tell you. Art journaling, if you really want a kind of an in-depth look at it, I believe it was last Tuesday that I did a whole live video on it. And I showed you some of mine from years ago. That's where I got my start. That's where I felt safe to create. Hey, Gayla. And yeah, it was last Tuesday. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, y'all are sharing the links, and it's on YouTube or Facebook. You can do it so many different ways. There are so many different ways to art journal, and there are no rules. You can Google art journaling and probably come up with a zillion. You can go on Pinterest. You'll find a ton. And so I'm just leading a class in just guiding you with prompts and showing you how I did it and the prep work, how to prep your surfaces, if you need to prep your surfaces, what you can use. Hey, Diane and Laura. I'm doing good, thank you. This is that Sweet Mint. We're going to just start right about here. And I'm going to just, this is just simple, y'all. I'm telling you, we're going to start just doing some flowers here and there. Oh, thanks, Michelle. I'm so glad. Hey, Terry. Okay, so let's just do some little ones down here. Can't get much easier than just daubing paint on, can you? There goes Bo, chewing his bone. It never fails. All right, I'm going to switch colors. Thank you, Diane, for the stars. I'm just so excited, Betty, and I'm glad y'all are too. Yeah, you just, you don't need to stress. Don't stress over this whole art journaling. It's so not, it's meant to be your private place to create. No rules. There are not supposed to be any rules. Every page will be different. Every page will, probably what I noticed on mine from the past, you can kind of tell the mood I was in when I journaled that day, which is, you know, when you look back on it, you can see it. You can see the way your techniques change. It gives you a free spot to create without worrying about if it's right or good, or, you know, a place where there's just absolutely no rules. So that's what got me over the whole I don't know what I'm doing thing. It didn't matter. You can create a fun background with just paint, and then actually journal on top of it. If you want to write your, you can divide it up into days of the week, and just write like you would normally journal. Some of my pages are like that. Some are just pictures that I took and printed out and stuck in my book, and might have written a little caption, might not. It was just whatever I felt like doing when I got the chance to do it, because I was still working at the time. Hey, Sharon. Now this yellow is going to need a little, it's so transparent, we're going to have to probably either do 2 coats or we're going to layer it. Which, I'm a big fan of layering and shading, so we may do that. Okay. How do we, I'm gonna add a little, let's do this. This is actually a filbert. It's a really small filbert. Let me show you. There you go. As opposed to, let me grab one of my round brushes. A round brush would work fine for this too. You could use that. I just like being able to just blop, blop, blop this. Melissa, that's actually Bo, but yeah. Oh, Laura, this is not a paid group. This is my regular Tuesday live, and we are just playing, and I'm painting with you today. I'm just creating while we're live. I do that every now and then. Terry, it has already begun. I have it up and going. I did put 2 videos in there today, so it is ready for you whenever you're ready to hop in and get going. Today's videos were about what you could use for your journal, some ideas, different ideas, and also how to prep your journal if you need to prep it, depending on the kind you choose. We went over all of that today. See, I'm just layering a deeper color here, kind of in the middle. I like that. And so let me get, oh, it's actually on my left hand. Trish and I got matching tattoos last summer. My son did them. There was a store in our town called the Treasury, and the roof, this was its logo. The roof was, this is the shape of the roof of the store. And Trish and I met in that store when we were 13 years old. So it was very unique to the 2 of us. Terry, I went on and did it live this morning, but it's just, that was just for ease on my part and time's sake. It's always there for you to watch. You never have to necessarily catch those live in the group. I'm gonna grab some more paint. You can watch those whenever you want to. They'll always be available. Let's see, I'm playing. We're just playing. I like how that worked, so I want to do some coordinating colors. Do you remember the Treasury, Tammy? Yeah. This is jewel green. Let's just see what, I thought I was getting mermaid tail, but that's all right. Let's try jewel green. Grab my little brush again. Hey, Angie. Thank you. So with the green, I'm going to see if I can make that pop a little bit more. Okay. I'm going to do this in here. But y'all, when you get your paint brushes, play with them to see what, shapes it'll make on it was on Elvis Presley Boulevard. Thank you for the stars, Vicky. And Cheryl, too. Thank you. Yeah, lavender. That's a great idea. I think I'll grab a lavender. I would, you know, always just play with my brushes and see what shapes they would make on their own, you know, just daubing them like this. See, now what I want to do, I'm not gonna rinse that off. I'm just gonna wipe it off, the excess, and I'm gonna dip back into the sweet mint, and let's see what happens when we kind of go on top of that. I just love to play and see what it does. Get a little bit more. Why? Who will care, Brenda? If you do this, you're afraid how it'll turn out. Who will care? You just do it, and you're going to surprise yourself. Don't let that hold you back. Oh, y'all started a star party. Oh, mercy. Y'all are so sweet. I'm just playing around with my flowers to see how this looks with that darker green. And see, if I did this and I decided, I don't like that, well, I'll just go back into it with the darker green. You know, it's no big deal. Everything's fixable. Let it dry and paint over it. You can do whatever you want to do. I just like playing with it until it looks, you know, acceptable to me. I kind of like that. I quite like that. Yes, thank you, Jill. Y'all can paint. I promise you can. You can paint. Okay, let's take a little bit of this, what's this one called? Light orange. We're gonna, hello, Perry. Oh, thank you, Andrea. I hope you'll enjoy it. I'm so excited about it, I could just about burst. Oh, do you really? Oh, Michelle, how cool is that? Hey, right in the city. Oh, how about that? That is so cool. Okay, let's see how this goes with the yellow. Never know till you try. I like that. I quite like that too. Is it too late to sign up for the journal? No, it is never too late. It will be an ongoing class, just like my lettering class. Well, all my classes, they're up indefinitely on Facebook. You can join them whenever and go at your own speed. Take your time and just enjoy the process. And I know this art journaling, you know, it won't be like the paint parties where you paint it and you're kind of done. This one will be just an ongoing process for as long as you want to art journal. I'll be offering prompts every Friday to kind of, you know, get your brain going. You can use them or not. It won't matter a bit, but I found them fun. You might like some and not others, so let me see. What day? Missed that. What day and time is Lives for a Paint Party? There's no certain day and time for the art journaling, if that's what you mean, Terry. There won't be scheduled lives in there. You just watch them whenever you want to. Somebody said lavender. Let me grab a lavender, because I think that's a great idea. Let's pull this and a little bit of this, and we'll stick some little lavender flowers in, and we're coming right along. Thank you, Diane. Jody, I am dying to, well, actually, no, I've never painted on albums. That's a really cool concept. Oh gosh, I don't know if I could do it, but my sweet friend Elizabeth gave me a bunch of old album covers to paint on. I am dying to do some mixed media on those. I'm in a mixed media group where I'm learning techniques. I posted something about it Saturday. Are you talking about next, like, no, I didn't post that Saturday. I don't know, Terry. You may have to message me and ask me. Let's see here. Ooh, that's a pretty color. Do you see I'm not worried about these flowers? I'm just getting the general, um, vibe of a flower. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. You can do little circles, blobs, you know, and they'll give the illusion of a flower. I did post that we're going live Sunday here at my house with Lee from the Turquoise Valentine, Moidle from September Morn, Moidle's Magic, Trish from Love and Life Jewelry, and we're probably going to sit around and eat snacks and hang out with y'all and laugh and just have a generally great girl time. So that's going to be this coming Sunday, and I can't wait. Great job on the lavender, y'all. I'm loving that. And I'm going to do one more right down in here. Now see, that came out like a violet because I left both colors on my paintbrush. Yes, Nelda, you don't have to be into journaling. You can either journal in it like you would typically where you write out your feelings. Mostly an art journal. It's going to be at 2 o'clock Central, Tammy. An art journal is just, you've got a surface to play on. And I explain it all in my live video last Tuesday. Will we be doing a craft on Sunday? You know, I've pondered that. Not this time. This is gonna be a trial and error thing because I'm not sure how it's all gonna work. We're experimenting, and it might be harder to set up to craft for 5 people where y'all could see it really well. But that's something that I would really love to do sometime if we get it figured out. I would really love to do a craft with, you know, the whole group. So we could see, like I was mentioning, when I did my little floral head that's behind me now, Flora, it would be so fun for us all to have one of those and try to decorate, or not try, but decorate it. And see how different they all look. I'm just kind of putting a little center in them right there. Just playing. Now, I want to do with this spring green. Now, how do I get to it? Gwen, did you get your email PDF file to print out with all of your information on it? Check your email for that. Yeah, there goes. Betty's answering. There we go. So is Cindy. All right. Thank y'all. All right. So I have got my spring green. I want to do a few little leaves. I mean, that's just as easy as it can be, right? Let's do... Good, BJ. I hope so. That's what I want to do. Because y'all can do this. That's why I'm doing it in front of you to show you, you know, sit down with like I said, grab a piece of cardboard. Grab your, and I tell you, cereal boxes. Cut those puppies up and use them like canvases. You will not worry about them as much when you start out like that. You trick your brain into, you know, thinking, well, it's just a cardboard box, or it's just a cereal box. Nobody has to see it. It's yours. You won't worry about it so much. And just practice that way. That's what I always did. Because I was so afraid of ruining anything. And looking back on it, that's silly. As long as you're having fun and enjoying the process, that's all that matters, really. Okay, Gwen, that sounds good. You're sweet. Okay, so I'm just kind of filling in with some leaves. Oh, good, Floyd. That's actually Patricia, isn't it? Yes, Patricia. There we go. I remembered. We're gonna do some little sprigs coming out here, maybe here, over here, down here, wherever you want them. Let's do a little leaf in here. See how it's starting to kind of come to life? But I think I'm gonna kick it up a notch once we get it all filled in. I don't know. I'm playing. I had no real plan. Like I said, I had an inspiration piece, but then I want to go out on my own. So let's pick a color. I think I'm gonna dip into this lavender, the lighter color, and then the deeper purple, both at the same time. I have them both on my paintbrush. See, I'm just daubing it on. You could do dots, but I'm just setting my paintbrush down on it. And go back in with some dark. See how easy this is, y'all? Hey, Lee. Hey, oh, thank you, Karen. Thank you. This is fun. I'm just having a good time hanging out with y'all and relaxing. This is totally relaxing to me. Oh, now look, that's just cute, isn't it? I can't decide, Cheryl. I can't decide if I want to do a mouth or not. I am going to put some cheeks. I forgot to do the cheeks, but I am going to do that. So in less than an hour, because I didn't start right away, you're going to have a whole cute little bunny painting. Turn on some music or your favorite TV show or something, a movie, and just start creating. It's so relaxing. All right. How do you cover up red paint with white so I can paint it gold? Oof, red one's a tough one. I think I'm right or wrong because I'm an amateur, but I find that chalk paint tends to cover better and quicker, so you might want to try some white chalk paint over it, maybe gesso. Might take 2 or 3 coats, but that's okay. Okay, I've still got a little white on here. Look, but I want to use this brush here. Okay, so yeah, Betty, thank you. I thought that would probably be a good idea. So this is a little filbert brush. And for the cheeks, I'm just going to lay it down flat and kind of just scooch it around. And then I'm going to go back into the white. Tanya, gesso is just a medium to, it's got a lot of grip if you're going to paint on top of it. How do I describe? It's kind of a preparation for your artwork, I guess is the best way to put it. It preps your surface to accept whatever medium you're going to use on it, because it gives it some grip. Okay, I like that cheek better than that cheek. There you go. Charlotte knows. There you go. Thank you, Charlotte. Now I'm to go over it too many times or it will start picking up the bottom layer. And I want to clean that off. Thank you, Lori. Thank you, thank you. Okay, with my detail brush, I'm just getting a little white. Y'all know I have to do that. Gotta put that little highlight in the eyeball. I want to fix this nose a little bit, not make it quite such a prominent line. There's another one, Cindy, sorry. Thanks, Elaine. I find this works really, really well for when I'm painting. Helps for y'all to be able to actually see what I'm doing. So you see, with every little, you know, detail you add, it just fills in and completes it, makes it a little more interesting. You can do as much or as little as you want to. Oh, just did that, didn't I? All right, now let me grab my little eraser. Get these chalk lines off of here now that the ear's dry. What did I do? How did I do that? There. You can also take a damp paper towel, which this has a little dampness on it, and just wipe it off. I swear, thought it was dry by now. Well, accidents happen. Don't sweat it. The minute you start to panic over something, you really make a big mess. So just take a deep breath and know everything is fixable. Worst comes to worst, you paint black over it. But I don't think I'm going to need to. You could splatter it with white. You could cover, you know, y'all have seen me cover up a lot of my mistakes. Now, I'm looking at this and thinking, first of all, let me hit it with the heat. Because I think I want to make this pop just a little more. I'm trying to figure out exactly how I want to do it. Thank you, Grace. Thank you, Terry. This one was a fun one. How easy and fast. It's pretty sweet. You could add some lettering to it. Somebody loves you. How about that? 3 hour now. Oh, Mary. Oh, I hope you're doing okay. Hope you're not in any pain. Whiskers would be cute. Yes. Let's see. Where's my other brush? Right down here. Let me see if I can do. You know what we could do whiskers with? We could use where is it? Where is it? Is it over here? Let me see which one of these works. That one's not very. I need to get some more of these detail pens. I love them. So what if we did Let's just see. Oh, man. That wasn't good and dry. It's all right, y'all. We'll fix it. I'll go back over it with black. Now, I wanted to see. Let me see. On one of these that's dry. Yeah, that's not going to work. I need... I'm playing. Just playing. There are two kinds that I like. This one's Zig. And this one's Micron. You can buy them separately or in packs of the different sizes. But these will come in handy if you're going to art journal. I use them on paintings. I use them on watercolors. They're great for, finishing out a watercolor. I really like them. So let's, my neighbor's still trying to cut up the tree limbs. See how fun it is to just play and see how it goes. And if something I did started to bug me and I think, oh, that is awful, I don't like that, well, I let it dry and just paint over it. Let's see, I should let this dry more, but I was trying to finish it live with y'all. But do you see how just a few little black lines? This is a flare. Thank you, Terry, for the stars. You're so sweet. Oh, I'm glad, Mary. Needs a mouth for sure. I'm trying to think what a bunny's mouth looks like, y'all. Does a bunny's mouth go down? I gotta look up a reference for a bunny mouth. Walmart has the Micron variety pack. You are kidding. That's a great deal, Karen. Thank you, Anne, for those stars. Like it with the black lines. Do they go up? Do they go up in like 2 U's? Thank you, Tanya. You're so sweet. So do you, by the way. Today was just totally about just playing and seeing what we could come up with and just kind of going with the flow. We hadn't done that in a while in here, so. Just seeing what works. Oh, Kelly, thank you so much. Do you think so, Belle? I just really love that. I like that little trick to make everything sort of pop. It would be fine without the lines. These don't have the lines. It'd be okay, but I just think it brings it up a little notch, makes it look a little more finished. And I'm not fussing with it. It's, I'm not particular about how my lines are, and I think that gives it the more whimsical feel. And we are almost done. You about to leave me?
Yep. Well,
he's got a hot date tonight.
Just for a little while.
With the Jeep Club.
Yep. He's a bunch of people watching. Yeah.
I never even looked at the numbers today. I didn't see how many I had on here. I was so busy just visiting. I'm playing and having fun.
Hey, Betty. Hey, everybody.
Yeah, I made sure this morning. I said, now, I know you're going to be gone to the cabin this weekend. Are you cooking for us?
Hey, Regina. Yes, we are cooking.
Friday night.
Friday night at 5:30. We are going to cook.
Chicken cordon bleu, right?
Yeah. Casserole, a homemade version.
It was good.
It's really good. It's getting more and more beautiful.
Oh,
Hey,
thank
Brenda.
you so much.
Dana Glass. Hey, Dana. And Nelda. Hey, Nelda. That's my old buddy, Nelda.
He's taking over reading the comments while I finish these up real quick because
Yeah.
we're coming up
Hey,
on an hour.
Laura, yeah, I am 100% right now. Hey, Deb. Appreciate it. Hey, Judy Zeppa. Hey, Judy. And
I love
Teresa.
it. This is making me happy.
Well, it's a happy bunny.
It's a happy bunny.
It's
Now
a
I'm gonna
happy bunny.
You can keep talking. I'm sorry. Just got excited because I looked.
Dee says her son and she drive Jeeps. Well, I'm headed to a Jeep meeting right now. We'll probably have 45 or 50 Jeeps there.
Somebody asked what kind of Jeep. I saw that go. Yeah, it's Charlene.
Oh, did you?
Mm-hmm.
I drive a Jeep Wrangler JKU.
Chris drives a Jeep too,
Yeah, he's got a TJ.
but he's at work, so he's not getting to socialize tonight.
Thank you, Laura. Yes.
Okay.
And who was that cooked my Dorito casserole? Regina, how was it? That's a good casserole, that Dorito casserole.
Yeah, this was just a plain black canvas panel that I had on a shelf, and now we've got this.
Yes, indeed. Darling, I'll see you in a while.
Okay. Love you. Have fun.
love
Be
you.
careful, though.
Bye, everybody.
My cat's mouth. Okay. Okay, give me a second. I was going to do it. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, let's see. I just need a reference for a little, I couldn't remember what a bunny's mouth, okay. Oh, I know. Oh, all right. I gotcha. All right, see, sometimes I just need to cheat and look at a bunny. So, we're going to where's my black? We're going to try to do a cute little bunny mouth. See if I can do this. So we're going to... Y'all like that better? Is that good? Where are y'all? Where am I? Oh, thank you, Denise. Oh, he'll love hearing that, Dee. Okay. Oh, thank you for the hearts. All right, we got a sweet little bunny mouth, so we're good. Was debating on whether or not I should kind of roughly outline the bunny, but I kind of like it, I think, the way it is for right now.
You haven't showed them the little ones yet, have you?
Uh-huh, I sure have. They liked those a lot. So, okay, let me do this. We're going to turn you right up here so I can say goodbye. And flip myself back up the right way. Okay, so here is our finished bunny. What do y'all think? Oh, I see I have to see her in the screen up there. And I like her a lot. She's very sweet. Look how quick we did that, y'all. If you paint a bunny, share it in the group. I want to see. And if you came on late, we're going to have a set of 6 of these wood blocks that you can craft with in our shop. Hopefully tonight. I'm going to go work on that while he's gone to his Jeep Club meeting. And now we have we're going to have little tier tray size woodblock prints from all of the woodblock prints that we already have in our shop. So we have the little spring nest. I just kind of picked out some spring ones to create real quick for today. Little hedgehog. And then we have them this size. This is the size that you'll see in the shop already. That's the 5.5 inch. So if y'all are interested in those, I did them because Saturday during the live at Southern Vintage, y'all were interested in the blocks. And we've had a lot of orders for them. And Moidle said, why don't you make them where they fit very little on a tiered tray? Brilliant. So that's what we're doing. Oh, y'all are so sweet. I enjoyed my time with you. I missed getting to be here Sunday. So I've been looking forward to this. And I'll be back Thursday at 4 o'clock Central. We are going to take my stepdad to the doctor, but I believe it's in the morning, so I should be fine being back here by 4. Woodblock print with a sloth. That's a good idea. A cute sloth. That would be fun. I'm glad y'all like them. Thank you for all the hearts, and thank you for the encouragement while I painted live. Sometimes, you know, it's risky because you don't know how it's going to go and you've never done that before. Laura, that's Flora. There's a whole live doing Flora, and she was so much fun, and she's turned into one of my very favorite things. Jennifer, I'm glad you asked. No, it's actually a pair from Love and Life Jewelry. She knows I love asymmetrical earrings. They coordinate. Let me pull them out and hold them side by side so you can see how they coordinate, but they don't match. And I love that. That would mess with some people's brains. So I get that, but I love it. And she knows I love it. So do you see how they coordinate? And with my bracelet as well. She made a bracelet for this pair too. So they're different, but a set. Thank you so much, Michelle. Yeah, if you haven't watched the Flora video, people thought I had totally lost my mind. You got to hang with me. And when I painted her cross-eyed, they really thought I had lost my mind. It was really fun with the process to get her to turn out where there was, I say this all the time, but I thought it was so cute. Somebody messaged me and said, when you were painting the eyes, my husband walked by and he shook his head and just walked on. So she said, I was going to leave, but I just had to see if you were going to pull this off or not. And you did. She said, I did. And so she showed the finished product to her husband, and he even agreed. It turned out cute. So those are Sola wood flowers for her hair. I was going to mention that on the name of the detailing pins. Micron or Zig. I can vouch for either of those. They're both good. She is talented, Michelle. I love her jewelry. It's my absolute favorite. If you painted something like this, any kind of simple animal, and you had those little Sola wood flowers either left raw, you know, in the color that you get them in, or buy a set that's already dyed in spring colors, or dye them yourself in spring colors, whatever colors, and just hot glue them in place of painting those, wouldn't that be cute? You know, we've done that before on these canvases, added Sola wood flowers. And if you've never heard of Sola wood flowers, go to the pinned post at the top of the Tater Buggin page with all my links, and you'll find a link for Sola wood flowers, and they're just so much fun to work with. But I thought when I was planning to do this, I thought, you know, if I had I've used up all my little bitties, or I would have absolutely done that today. So I've got to get on the site and I've got to order some. So yeah, simple painting of whatever animal. Let me tell, paint a simple woman's face and neck. Simple, simple. And make her hair solo wood flowers and a drape of flowers. How can I reconnect again? Okay, I keep freezing up, so I'm going to go. Y'all go have your dinner. Enjoy your evening. I had a lot of fun, and I will see you again Thursday. Bye, y'all. Love you.